A lot of MAGA has grown on the backs of conspiracy theories. Think about, the election loss. Think about Pizzagate and all WikiLeaks emails. Stuff like that really was the engine for a lot of the conspiracy theories that drove the MAGA movement. And now certain people in the MAGA movement are saying, whoa, 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 not those. This is off limits.
Guys, welcome back. Thanks for being here. That was NBC quote-unquote news mercenary Brandizad Rosny. And of course, the knee benders in the MAGA movement, people like Gunther Eagleman, Insurrection Barbie, Cat Turd, Graham Allen, Stephen Crowder, Bozo Bongino, Mark Levin, and Ben Shapiro, all say there's nothing to see here. Well, let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? And amidst the new Epstein emails, which prove all of it to be true, let's revisit Pizzagate from 2016. We've all seen the headlines about those miracle weight loss shots, but the 2026 data is officially in, and it's a wake-up call. A major analysis revealed that once people stop taking those injections, they regain an average of 60% of the weight within a year. Even worse, most of that gain is pure fat, but the muscle they lost stays gone. That's why I know you're going to be obsessed with GLP-1 Elevate. Instead of using needles to override your body's system, it uses clinically studied plant-based ingredients like metabolate to help your body naturally boost its own hunger control signals. You'll get the same fullness and fewer cravings, but without the scary side effects or the metabolic rebound. GLP-1 Elevate supports your goals while protecting your muscle, so you can actually keep the results for good. Get 50% off GLP-1 Elevate at trimwithsgt.com. Every order includes a complete support bundle with free VIP coaching for life, a 60-day money-back guarantee, and free express shipping on subscriptions. Head to trimwithsgt.com right now to claim your 50% discount before it expires. The link is below.
It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet, that was serving as the basis of a member's questions to me.
I do believe, and I'm sure some people on this committee also believe, that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence asset and running some form of a honeypot operation. I do believe that President Clinton, as well as the secretary, were potentially targets of that operation, and we will leave it at that. And I look forward to seeing you all react to the depositions, as I think that this is information that's important and belongs to the American people.
What difference at this point does it make?
Sunday, March 1st, 2026. And the Zionist influencers, all of whom despise and disparage Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Pizzagate, and who ignore the new Epstein emails while cheering Trump's bombing of Iran, have spoken. Get on board with all official propaganda, or you're evil. Remember, and this is very important, friends, Epstein equals Israel, and Israel equals Rothschild. Quote, "As you may know, I represent the Rothschilds," Epstein wrote, and Epstein equals Pizzagate, and Pizzagate equals Anthony Weiner's laptop, the 2016 scandal, thousands of emails released by WikiLeaks. The same Anthony Weiner who was then married to Uma Abedin, Hillary Clinton's chief of staff at the time. The very same Uma Abedin said to be in a video with Hillary Clinton found on Weiner's laptop, a video allegedly showing the torture of a child. The very same Uma Abedin who has since married Alex Soros. So an excellent judge of character, huh? By the way, torturing a child, it's a reoccurring theme in the Epstein emails. In fact, a video of torture was celebrated by Jeffrey Epstein and the head of BP World, Sultan bin Sulayem, who has now stepped down as the CEO of one of the world's largest shipping companies, responsible for 10% of global shipping. Think of those cargo containers and the screams ship workers report hearing coming from inside. So again, torturing kids is a theme among these people. Hillary claimed she didn't know Epstein during last week's testimony before the House. Quote, "I had no idea about his criminal activities. I don't recall ever meeting Mr. Epstein." End quote. However, according to our friend, journalist Liz Crokin, and via Eric Prince and mainstream media news sources, the NYPD found evidence on Anthony Weiner's laptop that Hillary Clinton visited Epstein's island at least 6 times. As for Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's partner in crime, she attended Chelsea Clinton's wedding to Mark Mavinsky in 2010. That's her. And remember that terrible earthquake in Haiti nearly 2 decades ago?
Any comment?
No comment.
Not right now.
Laura Silsby was caught at the border of Haiti trying to traffic out 33 children without the parents' permission. And who came to her aid? Bill and Hillary Clinton. Oh, and Linda Rothschild, a close personal ally of Hillary's during her run for president in 2016. The same Hillary Rodham Clinton who actively covered up a massive pedophile scandal at the State Department when she was the Secretary of State. Are you connecting the dots? And look, there's Epstein and Diddy, Bill Gates and Jay-Z, all good guys with nothing to hide, huh? And Bill and Hillary and Stephen Hawking. Yes, Stephen Hawking is mentioned in the new Epstein emails. So back to Pizzagate, 2016, the Weiner laptop, 9 dead NYPD detectives who examined the laptop, emails and videos. John Podesta, Tony Podesta, Big Podesta lobbying in Washington, D.C., about which Andrew Breitbart said the following.
Fuck you, John Podesta. What's in your closet, John Podesta? Big Podesta? Big Soros?
And the very same Andrew Breitbart who wrote this about John Podesta. How Prague guru John Podesta isn't a household name as world-class, underage, sex slave operation cover-upper defending unspeakable dregs escapes me. John Podesta, codename Skippy. He served as the White House Chief of Staff to Bill Clinton from 1998 to 2001. He worked in the Obama administration as counselor to the president in 2014 and 15, and he was chairman of Hillary Clinton's 2016 failed presidential campaign, so practically family. Many researchers believe the person screaming at a child in this uncovered video is John Podesta, aka Skippy, an allegation yet to be proven.
You will call me your father. What is my name, huh?
But here's what we do know about John Podesta. He and his brother have a very strange taste in art featuring kids with a hint of the suggestion of torture. And then there's the emails with the coded language. So many emails using well-known language pedophiles use to cover up their tracks. And then that mysterious hole in John Podesta's calendar, his official calendar, and roads leading to Portugal, and the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Sit back, buckle up, and let's revisit Pizzagate and the Podesta brothers. Thanks for tuning in. Hey guys, Sean here for SGTReport.com. What I'm about to share here should hopefully swing the arm of justice in a direction that may lead to the arrest of what appear to be some hardcore pedophiles in the global pedophile ring. And I just want to start with this soundbite from my friend Gans Shimura from the Face Like the Sun YouTube channel. I have an interview with Gans that we just did, and I'll be posting it on Sunday night, and I want to kick this video off with this soundbite from that interview.
You talked about Ephesians 6:12. You go back one chapter, Ephesians 5:11. It says this, "Take no part in unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them." And interestingly, in verse 12, it says, "For it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret." And man, is that true with everything that's come to light here. It's shameful to discuss all this stuff, blood sacrifice, pedophilia, taking kids out of Haiti for a pedophilia. I mean, it is shameful. It's hard to talk about it because it's so shameful. Yeah. But it says right here in Ephesians that we need to expose this stuff.
And we need to expose it. That's why I'm making this video, you guys. I have been following Pizzagate and the Podesta emails very closely. Obviously, we all have. And for those of you to whom that information might be new, I'll leave some links below so you can get up to speed on the DC Pizzagate pedophile ring, what appears to be a hardcore pedophilia ring that may involve the Podesta brothers, Tony and John Podesta. John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's closest advisor on her campaign. And as we've been following that story, I have been saying that based on the police sketches of two suspects believed to be involved in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, I've been saying if we could prove that these two suspects, which look almost identical to Tony Podesta and John Podesta, if we could prove that these two men were in Portugal around the time of Madeleine's disappearance on May 3rd, 2007, then it would be almost certainly true that these suspects who were involved in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann are in fact John Podesta and his brother Tony Podesta. Now, what I want to share with you first is the fact that the global pedophile ring, as best exemplified by Jimmy Savile, the BBC personality whose pedophilia and necrophilia and child rape and child abuse had been covered up for decades, despite being well known because of his relationship with the elite like Prince Charles and the Queen of England, who knighted him. And I just shared this shocking video at thephaser.com in which Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols tells British agent of the Crown, Piers Morgan, that he knew about Johnny Savile's pedophilia way back in 1978, and he actually spoke out about it. And instead of anything being done to Jimmy Savile, Johnny Rotten was banned from the BBC.
And in 1978, at the height of the Sex Pistols explosion, there you are saying about Jimmy Savile, he was into all kinds of seediness that we all knew about. We weren't allowed to talk about it. I know some rumors. So you had heard the kind of thing that we now know about him, or stuff like that?
Yeah. I think most kids did too. Most kids wanted to go to the top of the pops, but we all knew what that cigar muncher was up to. But I'm very, very bitter that the likes of Savile and the rest of them were allowed to continue.
Did you ever try and do anything about Savile?
I did my bit. I said what I had to.
Did they air that? No. It just got suppressed.
Yeah.
For legal reasons.
Yeah. And
did you meet?
I found myself being banned from BBC Radio there for quite a while for my contentious behaviour.
Because of that?
But they wouldn't state this directly. There'd be other excuses.
I mean, it's shocking.
Oh, yeah.
He got away with it for another 30-odd years.
Well, not only him, a whole bunch of them. And these are the purveyors of good taste, huh?
This was at the height of Johnny Rotten's fame. So not even the rich and the famous can get these pedophiles put away. Now, I bring that up because what are the chances that Madeleine McCann would have suspects that look like Tony and John Podesta if Tony and John Podesta weren't in Portugal? Just a huge coincidence, right? Well, thanks to the work of so many researchers out there on Reddit who are all over Pizzagate, we now have information that is going to blow you away. So first, my thanks to Victoris Libertas, the website from which I shared this information that Anon claims FBI insiders have the goods and the intelligence community has the facts, which allegedly indicate that John and Tony Podesta were in Portugal on May 3rd, 2007, the day Madeleine McCann vanished. Now, here's what's astonishing about these claims. Sir Clement Freud, the grandson of Sigmund Freud, was a British broadcaster, writer, politician, and chef. And according to a former British ambassador, Clement Freud sexually abused dozens of children. And what's even more sinister about this is that his $1 million holiday villa was located just 1/3 of a mile away from where Madeleine McCann vanished. Now, as I share this story with you, I want to note that Freud died in 2009 at age 84. Madeleine McCann disappeared in 2007. And what's really sinister about this is the McCanns didn't know Clement Freud prior to Madeleine's disappearance, but Clement befriended them after her disappearance and invited them to his villa in the midst of the investigation of the disappearance of their daughter. He wrote, "Been ashamed of the intrusion into your lives by our media, and if you would care to come to lunch or dinner at any time before Wednesday next, do ring and let me know. I cook decent meals. Now, evidently, Clement was a very good actor because according to Kate McCann's account of spending time with him after Madeleine's disappearance, she said, "Thank God for people like Clement who kept us smiling." Now, again, I think it's important to stress the fact that after the death of Clement Freud in 2009, all of the stories of his pedophilia and child sexual abuse came pouring out, just as they did after the death of Jimmy Savile. So imagine how sinister this situation is as I share with you the real bombshell. Now imagine the horror years later as we understand what was really going on here. A child sexual predator befriended the McCanns and invited them to his home, which was 1/3 of a mile away from where Madeleine disappeared. Now here's the bombshell. Police in Suffolk have confirmed the now known pedophile, Clement Freud, was out of the country when Madeleine was abducted. However, his home had been loaned to his friends, John and Tony Podesta. Now, if this information is true, it should not only reopen the investigation into the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, it should blow the roof off of this global pedophile ring. And I'll finish by saying that according to Anonymous, one of their FBI insiders can confirm that the intelligence community has data which indicates John and Tony Podesta were in Portugal on May 3rd, 2007, the day Madeleine McCann vanished. The Podesta brothers were staying with a friend named Clem, who turns out to be Clement Freud, who is known to be a pedophile. Once again, take a look at the police-generated sketch of the two suspects being sought in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, and take a look at John and Tony Podesta. And now knowing everything that we do about the Podesta WikiLeaks emails, Comet Ping Pong.
Jerry is known to hang out down here. He likes world sounds. Tamales.
And little boys.
And children. I think I was his manager.
No.
We all have preferences.
And what appears to be a pedophilia ring in Washington, D.C., reopen the Madeleine McCann investigation and bring in John and Tony Podesta for questioning, if indeed they were in Portugal in May of 2007, staying at Clement Freud's villa. They have a lot of explaining to do. Please share this video with everyone you know, and by all means, please feel free to contact Madeleine's parents at findmadeleine.com and help them identify image reference 1A and image reference 1B. They may be interested to know that Tony Podesta and John Podesta look a lot like these sketches and were allegedly staying just 1/3 of a mile away from where Madeleine disappeared on May 3rd, 2007. Thanks for watching, and for real news 24/7, visit us at sgtreport.com.